Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing this first test video on one of the patterns that I look for while I'm trading, and this one is a symmetrical triangle, and these usually form after a trend, whether it be a bull trend, bear trend, and it's a form of a trading range or even a pullback. It's a pause, and what it causes is you have lower highs, that means it's not going above the previous, and higher lows, it's not going below the previous lows. And it's a form of balance. Everybody's waiting to see which way it's going to break out. But anyway, also what I'm looking for is basic Elliott wave theory, it's called. The theory is that the market moves in five waves, and starting from here, we'll take coming down one, two, three, four, five, and how you see these is from the highest point to the lowest point. That'll be the first. You have a slight pullback here from the highest point to the lowest point here. That'll be the second. And I don't count all five waves. I keep it even more simple than that and just look for three pushes. One, two, three. Coming back up, it's the opposite. One, two, three pushes. And this is almost a perfect pattern here. You got one, two, three, and even coming back up. One, two, three here. And you don't always get that. Sometimes you have two pushes, sometimes you get a single push crash all the way down. But in the symmetrical triangle, what you're looking for is when you have the first 2 points connecting, like from here to here. As soon as this bar forms and it closes and it's moving back up, you connect your trend line and extend it out. Same thing here. You got your first point. I thought this was the top for a while, and I extended it out, continued up, and this ended up being the top. So as it comes back down, you connect these two and you extend the trend line to see if it follows it in the future. And this is a rare triangle here in the way that these three pushes here are perfect. It rarely hits this trend line exactly. It usually pokes through somewhere and tries to break out, fakes people out. But and you also got to look at the bigger picture, and your one, two, and three on the trend lines themselves. One, two, and three hits, and then it usually breaks out after or on the third push. In this case, it did it on the third. And let's see. And keep in mind, even though this is a 5 minute, this is the NASDAQ 5 minute chart, it doesn't matter whether it's 5 minute, 60 minute, or even a daily chart. You trade them all the same. And same with the Elliott wave patterns. The one, two, three pushes, that could be on any pattern. It doesn't matter. And I didn't trade this particular one. I saw this afterwards. I wanted to use it as an example. But I'll show you one that I traded. It formed the very next day, and I'll do that on the next video, how I traded it, placed 4 trades in it. But this is, like I was saying, the third push is usually when it breaks out up or down. And also keep in mind when the pattern forms, if the previous trend was up, you can't see it on the screen here, but this trend was up, so odds are you have a greater probability that it's going to break out to the upside. Right here is your breakout bar, broke out, had a pretty good close near the top, and in most cases it does come back to retest. Right here we have the 20 period moving average, and so that's good support, along with this trend line that you already had on here. That's good support. And then it continued on to make a second and third push up. This doesn't always happen, the retest. Sometimes it breaks out and it continues straight up. But this one, that's what I mean. This is a near perfect symmetrical triangle. And I have other examples here. Let me go to the. This one here is the daily on the NASDAQ. And what do we have? One, two, three pushes here. One, two, three. Tried breaking out here, but failed. And it looks like after the third push, it's trying to break out to the upside. And let's see what we have here. As far as waves, we have one, pull back, two, pull back. There's three up. One, push down, pull back, two, pull back. We got three pushes down. You can call that a double bottom. That's still a third push. Going up, one, pull back, two, pull back, three. Yeah, three waves. And let me see, we got a one, pull back, two, three there also. And only a single wave going back up. This was a lot of buying pressure here. But that's the daily NASDAQ right here. Oh yeah, recent chart of Tesla. We got same thing. One, pull back, two or three. One, two, three. You can count that as a fourth. Doesn't matter. You have at least three. And of course, the previous trend was up, so odds are it's going to break out to the upside, right? And this just so happened to be on the news that the S&P or the Tesla is being listed on the S&P. Not that it makes Tesla worth more or anything. It's just that's the mindset everybody's in lately. Let's see, what do we have? That's the NASDAQ. We saw that. Boom. Here's another pattern. Previous trend was up. You have one, two, three. This one's missing a leg. You'll have two pushes up. It couldn't wait to go back up. And right here's an example of it just breaking out to the upside and not retesting. It did later, but there you have it. And let's go back to the original. Well, that's just some basics. This is the first video. Let me know how it turns out. Audio, visual, all that stuff. And the next one I'll do on the symmetrical pattern that happened the next day that I placed 4 trades on. I'll do a video on that one next. All right. Talk to you guys later.